As of today, April 6, 2026, the world is watching a ticking clock. Following President Trump's ultimatum for Iran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz by Tuesday, April 7, the conversation has shifted to the unthinkable. What if the US actually uses a tactical nuclear weapon? Well, let's talk about what that would really mean. If the US decides to strike, they won't use a giant city leveling bomb. They would likely use the B6112. This is a smart tactical nuclear bomb that can be adjusted to a low yield, meaning a smaller explosion. The goal? To cave in underground laboratories like Fardo that regular bombs cannot reach. The result? A massive man-made earthquake. By exploding underground, the energy is trapped. Instead of a mushroom cloud, it creates a massive seismic coupling which would cave in the massive halls of the Fardo or Natanz facilities, burying Iran's nuclear centrifuges under millions of tons of mountain rock. Even if the bomb explodes deep underground, it creates a massive mess. The explosion would kick up radioactive dust. The radiation could leak into the water deep underground. This would make the area around the strike site uninhabitable. For a long time, because Fardo is located near the city of Qom, millions of civilians are in the path of the wind. Depending on the weather, that radioactive dust could drift over to the border of Afghanistan and Pakistan within 48 hours, creating a massive health crisis for people who have nothing to do with the war. The world runs on oil and gases. Most of it travels through the water near Iran, which would mean a heart attack for the global economy. If a nuclear weapon is used, the price of gas at your local station would skyrocket overnight, because ships would be too scared to travel near the water zone. Everything electronics, food would be affected. Experts predict oil prices could double or triple instantly. This isn't just about the price of the pump, it's about the cost of shipping everything. The biggest fear, however, is that once even one nuclear weapon is used, the rules of the world are broken. We could be looking at a full-scale nuclear war, including other powerful countries like Russia or China. Since 1945, no country has used a nuclear weapon in war. This is called the nuclear taboo. Breaking it changes the world forever. Sounds scary, right? That's because it is. And then there is the revenge. Iran knows it cannot win a nuclear trade with the US, but they have asymmetric ways to fight back. Iran's allies like Hezbollah and various militias could use dirty bombs, regular explosive wrapped in radioactive materials to attack major cities or ports of Israel and Europe. We could see thousands of suicide drones launched at once to overwhelm US Navy ships and bases, ensuring that if Iran goes down, they take the other region's stability with them. The story of the April 7th ultimatum is more than just a military deadline. It is a moment that could define the 21st century. Whether the day ends with a diplomatic breakthrough or the first combat use of a nuclear weapon in 80 years, one thing is certain: the old rules of the Middle East are gone. If the nuclear taboo is broken, we aren't just looking at the destruction of a few underground labs in Iran. We are looking at a fundamental shift in how every country on earth views its own safety. In this scenario, a surgical strike might offer a quick military win, but it carries a permanent price tag of environmental damage, economic chaos, and the constant shadow of a much larger global war. As the world waits for the final word from the White House and Tehran, we are reminded that in the nuclear age, winning a war is often just a slower way of losing everything. If you're following this developing story, stay tuned as we track the fallout of 2026 crisis. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comment section below.